Hello aspirants, welcome to Indian Economy series for UPSC Civil Service Examination. In this video, we are going to discuss about priority sector lending. That is, it is one of the important topics of banking chapter and it is important for UPSC exam also. This topic has been asked so many times in the previous year papers for UPSC as well as it remained in the current affairs also. So, in order to understand current affairs related to priority sector lending, it is important to learn about it. In this video, we are going to understand about the basics of priority sector lending. And secondly, we are also going to learn about the recent changes made in the priority sector lending. Now, priority sector lending was first properly defined in 1972. Remember the year 1972 by whom? That is by National Credit Council, which emphasized that there should be larger involvement of commercial banks in the priority sector. This sector was then defined by Dr. K.S. Krishnaswamy Committee. Now the second time it was defined by Dr. K.S. Krishnaswamy Committee. Now what are the objectives of priority sector lending? The objective of priority sector lending is to ensure that adequate institutional credit flows into some of the vulnerable sectors of the economy, which may not be attractive for the banks from the point of view of profitability. In 1974, the banks were given a target of 33.33% of the total loan as share of the priority sector lending. On the basis of Dr. K.S. Krishnaswamy Committee, this target was revised and it was raised to 40%. So, the concept of priority sector lending focuses on the idea of increasing the lending of the banks towards a specified sectors and activities in the economy. Under priority sector lending, there are 9 categories. So, the number 1 is agriculture. Number 2 is micro, small and medium enterprises. Number 3 is export credit. Number 4, education. Number 5, housing. Number 6, social infrastructure. Number 7, renewable energy. Number 8, weaker section. And number 9, others. You have to remember these categories as UPSC had asked about these categories in the previous year paper. For an UPSC exam, aspirant must also know who decide the rate of interest charged under the priority sector lending. Which all banks have to comply with the priority sector lending. If banks are not able to comply, then what will happen? So now we will look forward to answer such questions. So the rate of interest on bank loans is as per the directives issued by the Department of Banking Regulation of RBI from time to time. Hence, priority sector guidelines do not lay down any preferential rate of interest for priority sector loans. The provisions of PSL apply to every commercial banks including RRB, that is Regional Rural Bank, Small Finance Bank, Local Area Banks and Primary Cooperative Banks, that is Primary Urban Cooperative Banks. All the scheduled commercial banks and foreign banks are mandated to set aside 40% of their adjusted net bank credit for lending of these sectors. Now, what is A and BC? A and BC is the total loan a particular bank can give in a financial year. Whereas RRBs, cooperative banks and small finance bank have to allocate 75% of adjusted net bank credit to PSL. Now, there is a proposal that total PSL target for urban cooperative banks will have to be increased from present 40% of their adjusted net bank credit to 75% by March 2024. Compliance of the banks is monitored on quarterly basis. So remember, it is quarterly basis. If banks are not able to achieve the targets, then leftover bank amount transferred to the Rural Infrastructure Development Fund, that is RIDF, which is established by NABARD. Also remember that while reviewing the performance of banks by the RBI, non-achievement of priority sector lending target is taken into account. Now we talk about another concept, that is priority sector lending certificates. Under the priority sector lending certificate mechanism, Bank A sells fulfillment of priority sector obligation and the Bank B buys the obligation with no transfer of risk or loan asset. That is, priority sector lending certificates are instrument that enable banks to achieve their priority sector lending targets without actually disbursing loans to sector outside their comfort zone. PSL certificates allow banks sitting on surplus loans to a PSL certificates allow banks sitting on surplus loan to a priority sector to sell certificates to a banks that have not met their targets. Okay, so pocketing a sizable fee for this trade. This enables banks to achieve the priority sector lending targets by the purchase of these instruments in the event of shortfall. This also incentivizes surplus banks as it allows them to sell their excess achievement over the targets, thereby enhancing lending to the categories under the priority sector. In September 2020, RBI revised PSL guidelines to include entrepreneurship and renewable resources. That is in line with the emerging national priorities. Now these changes have been introduced on the recommendation of two very famous committees, that is the recommendations made by the UK Sinha led expert committee on micro, small and medium enterprise, and the second is MK Jain led internal working group to review the agricultural credit. Now we will see what are the new PSL guidelines. First is the fresh categories including in the PSL category. Already in the beginning of the video, we talked about 9 categories in PSL. Now, as per the new guidelines, 2 more categories are added into that list. The number 1, bank loans of up to rupees 50 crores to startups. Number 2, loans to the farmers both for installation of solar power plants for solarization of grid connected agricultural pumps as well as for setting up of compressed biogas plants. Also, according to the new guidelines, some other changes are also made. Like for example, higher weightage has been assigned to incremental priority sector lending in identified districts. It means that districts where there are less priority sector lending flow will now be given more loan. Second change, the target prescribed for small and marginal farmers and weaker section are being increased in the phased manner. Next, higher credit limit has been specified for the farmer producer organization as well as farmer producer companies undertaking farming with assured marketing for their produce at a predetermined prices. Loan limit for renewable energy have also been doubled. For improvement of health infrastructure, credit limit for health infrastructure including those under Ayushman Bharat has been also doubled. So this is all about priority sector lending. Thank you.